Chat, you ready? Hall forms. These are our 4 hero. What? They've been doing this for a while now, where they put in some random hero that's not part of the theme.
Yep. Veronica is definitely from Valentine's Day. What are you talking about? Not Veronica.
What? Veronica is from Valentine's Day. I had to pause there.
I had to pause there for a second. I wasn't looking.
Ninja Laevatein. She's actually Valentine Laevatein, chat. That's the reality of it all. All right, so this is getting interesting because I gotta say 2 of these heroes are really interesting, and 2 of these heroes probably aren't worth it anymore. So, or ever.
Well, I would say
only one of them I'd argue is like you're probably trolling. Otherwise, I think that they're all at least somewhat justifiable.
I think there are 2 that are past their due that just aren't worth picking up.
All right,
you really love them.
Okay, well then, let's begin. I think we should start with the one who is undeniably still good. Agreed?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So Valentine's Henriette.
What?
Oh, Legion, come on. You're talking about Valentine's Veronica, right? I hope you misspoke.
Wow, this is going great. No, I'm talking about this man here, Gustav.
Yep.
He's not bad.
Still pretty good.
He's not bad at all.
He's a green version of Pirate Surtur.
Yep. Well,
yes.
Pirate Surtur is a blue version of him, but yeah.
Yes. But
the OG near save with hilariously good defense, solid res, and a first hit 75% damage reduction on slaying. Not bad at all.
All right, so the reason why we're starting with Gustav because he's still a pretty decent hero. His base kit is still really good. Like, even if you make him a Forma hero and you don't get anything good, doesn't really matter because his base kit is still legit. Close defense 4, crafty fighter 3, DR near save, and
Ignis. Yeah.
Ignis. But for me personally, chat, I still have him, and I'm gonna fodder him though. Mine's going to Cervantes, and maybe if today ends up really good, Leon's daddy, that might be something worth going for. But here's a really quick look at mine. So for those who don't remember, Loyalist Axe, slaying, attack defense -6 on foe, and if foe can make a fall attack, reduce damage from foe's first attack by 75%. Still pretty good. So if you did get Gustav, you probably want to hardy fighter him. He won't be a good fighter in terms of like killing things, but he will be a very good survivalist because first hit damage reduction is really nice. Actually, second hit damage reduction is even better.
I mean, yes, but if you can one-shot on the bonfire proc, then you don't have to deal with the second hit. That's the whole idea Gustav went with.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, he's not a bad hero. When he finally gets his refine, it'll be really something, but the problem is, how many years would that be?
Not for a while.
So yeah.
Quite a while.
Closer than some might think. I don't know what it is exactly, but it's not for a while.
Yep. So, if you were to build him, what would you be going for him?
That's a good question.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot that you'd...
Because res unity, hardy fighter.
Unity, hardy, which would be a little sad because you can't follow up, but you probably have to do it.
Yeah, there's nothing better on B anyways.
R save. So that he has that as an option.
Oh yeah, it's really cool because if you do far save, then yeah, you're basically just done.
Get, like, ruptured or blue flame.
The stinky part. Wow, said that. He could use Vengeful Fighter, but he can't because
it's not available.
It's not available yet. So it's hard because he's a really good unit and definitely has a good future. It's just how are you supposed to get anything worth using for him now when he already has a good kit?
Yeah.
It's the Volk problem, except that Volk actually had a pretty good amount of upwards mobility for his kit, at least in my opinion. Like, you could get attack speed ideal 4 and stuff like that. But with this, there's not much that you really want to improve, I feel like.
Yeah, but you can make a really interesting kit. Okay, so the reason why I'm bringing this up is he might be an interesting pickup because you can get a close save, far save hero. Even if it is not ideal, you could make it happen, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And he will eventually have a refine, and that'll be really interesting because it'll be one of the first perf refined saver unit. No, that really is the case. He would be the first perf refined saver unit.
Yep.
When it finally happens. So there could be a lot of interesting things to go for a hero like this. If you're deadly in need of a saver hero, I don't think this is a bad pickup. Is what I'll say.
There's a lot of them though. That's the only thing. So it's harder to justify compared to, you know, how it would have been like a year ago.
Yes.
There's a lot of really good near saves.
Yes. I agree with that because I'm on my way to following him as well. All right.
Yeah. And I stopped using him a while ago. He can be good. It's just, you know, we're at a point now where it's a little harder to know for certain if you actually want to go for that.
So let's move on to the next hero that I think could be worth some time. Could be.
Yep.
So I think Laevatein might be worth it. Might. It's a big might.
I still find it a little questionable, but she's
I
not terrible.
First of all, her refine is closer than Gustav's.
Well, let me check.
I think when she gets her refine, she'll be very impressive. There's no way.
Oh,
He
yeah.
already has it's a half blade tome brave axe in both phases.
Yep.
Yes.
Speed -5, unit attacks twice. It's a true brave, and grants most of the unit's attack goes half of total bonuses on unit during combat. If they increase that to full, or even increase it to 1.5x, which is something they could do, as well as adding some stats, she's very scary. For those who used her back in the day, she was terrifying. She actually was one of the truest sweepers available at her time upon release.
So underrated. It was basically like Altina on crack, if you could get it right.
Yes.
We're looking at March 2025 for her refine. So exactly 2 years from now.
That's only 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, for considering how this unit's still goodish, that's not bad for speculation. And it's not like you're realistically gonna have a bad kit where something's gonna be redundant, right?
Mm-hmm. I think this game has at least 5 years.
Yeah. By the way, Dex, you mind validating my image?
Yeah, let me just check.
Here, I'll put it here.
All right, but as for her build,
Ignore that.
what would you think it should be? Because immediately when I think about it, this is Storm, Seal Defense 4, Hold.
Yeah.
This is what I would think it would be.
Yeah, just that. Granted, this is just Camilla, but not. But that's all it really needs to be.
That's all it really needs to be, yeah.
Ideally, you'd want Oath 4.
Yeah, that's true. Oath. But if you have somebody else buffing, then you might still want to go attack defense. Yeah, the warping is really helpful.
Joint Drive. Well, not Joint Drive, but...
Oh, but it would have to be attack res 04 because there's no attack defense 04.
That's fine.
Yeah.
She already has good res. And it's not like she's using Bonfire.
Fair.
Yeah, why not?
All right. But if you guys make a Laevatein, this is probably what you're looking at. Probably. There's probably other choices as well, but I think this is a very solid kit. I think she should remain a sweeper, and while she no longer uses Vantage, you can always just switch in Vantage if you really want to use it. And likewise, even without it, she can take a hit. She's pretty decent at that. And she should be able, on initiation anyways, get kills.
Yeah, no, for sure.
All right. Now, let's get to the questionable unit. So, I'm going to say... Chat, I fought all my Henriettes. I don't have a single one left. I mean,
she's not worth it.
Yeah, I just don't think this.
Of all them, this is out and away the least.
It's really sad because for those who don't remember, Henriette, when she first released, was the most common far save hero, and even when they started releasing other far save heroes, she was still the most common far save hero. And then the fall off became really, really hard. But I remember the back in the day when she was like, you actually had to like worry about fighting Henriettes because she was so common.
I used her all the time.
I used her too, back in the day too, yeah. The only people I truly feel bad for are the ones who merged her up. You guys got screwed.
Yeah, I started using it for fodder almost immediately.
Yes.
That much I cannot deny.
Yes. So we're not going to talk about building her up, chat. I would not recommend this. Absolutely would not. If you really want a far save hero, they're releasing like a far save hero every other banner at this point, and I would take any of them over Henriette at this point.
Yeah,
that's how I feel.
You're not literally. Let's put it this way: Henriette, you can't fodder her. So what are you getting? You're getting a perfless far save, and your option is Arcane Eclipse, which is not a tanky tome.
You can't even find Arcane Eclipse in Hall forms, can you?
Nope.
You can't
Yeah,
find any arcane weapon.
It's just a lose-lose to try to get Henriette.
Yep. So not recommended. Now, if Henriette wasn't worth it, then
Let's move on to an even more worthless unit.
I won't say that, and that's because of speculation.
Well, what do you mean speculation?
Arcane.
Oh, for the arcane blue tome. I mean, you're still using Veronica though.
Yeah, I would be
attack.
waiting for a more modern unit that comes out. Like, if you talk to me about this stuff, I would much rather do a Ret, for example. Not that a Ret's an option here, but I would rather just go for again.
Veronica actually has speed. Is the big
well,
thing.
She does,
fine.
but she's 36, 38, which is.
It's not a lot of speed. It's more for like breaking waries, I would say.
Yeah. It's at least feasible, and with the amount of skills Cavs have these days, you could definitely make it work.
At the very least, she's a Grail option, so it's not impossible, but it does seem like a bit of a waste.
All right. Okay, well, then let's just sum it up. Gustav could be worth it for people looking for a savior unit. Laevatein could be worth it for people who believe in her future potential, if you already have her, for example. And again, 2 years for Refined. That's a long time, but like, she's almost guaranteed to be an excellent unit in 2 years. She's still okay now. So the other two, not so much. It's not a strong Hall form. I can say this is a Hall form you could happily skip without worry, is what I would say.
Yeah, I can agree. I mean, for some people, at least there would be something to get out of this. Like, it's not a terrible Hall of Forms, but yeah, you could definitely do better.
Yeah, there are a lot better ones.